Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today's reading is going to be all about your person's shocking, secret feelings, the ones that you're probably not expecting to hear or know about. We have four piles from the left to right. Pause if you need a little longer. Pick the one which calls your name the most. Now I'm going to begin with pile number one. Hello, pile number one. If you chose the Epsilon modulation, this is 28. So 28 could be somebody's birth date or age. I'm picking up on strong Taurus energy. So Spirit is telling me that the first card has significance about where your person's at in their spiritual journey. I am going to read this straight up from the guidebook. You're most welcome to hear it out because it usually gives a very strong or a direct confirmation or something that might click with you. So I'm seeing you have such goodness and light within you. Let go of shaming or blaming. Embrace this spiritual beauty within. Reaching inspired spiritual heights requires commitment to developing deep, powerful roots. A mature, creative offering takes longer to produce than which is swiftly supplanted by whatever is next. With confidence and courage, we will be able to deepen and slow our breath, our restless nature, allow for the inner workings of our soul to manifest beautiful healing magic. This is a complex orchestration of purification and preparation. This oracle asks you to put your faith in spiritual power of your path, dedicate yourself to personal development, and seek out the loving presence of those upon earth and in spirit who nurture your heart and protect your soul. So I feel like it's very strongly evident that this person is being encouraged to let go of the barriers that they have around their heart, and mainly a lot of ways in which they mentally tell themselves that they can't have this, or they can't get this, or this is not going to be possible for them. That's what I'm hearing. I'm gonna open a few of your pre-shuffled cards. Freedom, the great goddess, transcendence, divinity, and Shakti 32. So I believe that they would want you to know that they are actually growing right now. They are in this process of, let me see, surrender to non action. So now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So I feel like your person has been nudged, um, and their secret or shocking feelings are along the lines of surrendering to non action. This person feels like there's this restlessness. It's almost like I want to skip through the reading, and this person has this energy of like impatience within them most of the time, or when it comes to you, that they really want this. Okay, this is some sort of innocent love that I pick up. Like this person really enjoys having you around, or they're very excited about this, or they're very eager. However, I think that your person is not aware of the behind the scenes. So it's possible that you are also doing the work that is required for you to experience a greater, better, larger kind of a loving relationship in your life. This is where you've stepped into a different league. This is not what you've experienced before. This is not the same. Okay, your person wants you to know that they think a lot about how this connection has changed them, and how um it asks them to slow down in life. And I'm not sure if they're comfortable with this feeling, because they're quite the action oriented person. This gives me someone who has been asked to rest in their feminine energy right now. Gender non-specific, it just means that they need to rest. They need to take a little bit time for themselves. Their intuition is constantly guiding them to slow down a little bit, to not be so eager, to not be so quick in making movements towards you, because it's not that they have always wanted to rush into things, but I think that certain they might have had a difficult childhood just because they've been a little bit ungrounded in life. Usually this could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're being pushed more into an earthy energy. Earth signs or dominant earth signs in somebody's chart makes them more prone to take things slowly, think it through, think about the future, think about long term plans, think about not just what they really want, but to do the planning. This is someone that tends to move without planning. And I feel like almost because of the fire energy, the relationships tend to burn out pretty quickly, because they also attract people like that. So you could also be someone that tries to get into relationships really quickly. And I think that one thing you share with your person is this eagerness, yet this instability in your own life, or a sense of boredom, or like you get kind of bored being by yourself, is what I pick up. And maybe there's a level of limerence, like you obsessively think about each other. So I think spirit is asking this person, and maybe you as well, that you need to take a little bit more time to yourself. You need to think about how do you really want to proceed in this situation, um, so that you can have a long lasting relationship instead of the one that burns out too quickly, because you are so eager, you really like being around that person. It's almost like there's this sense of like boredom in their own life, probably, and they tend to move too quickly because they're not that satisfied in their own life. Like there's a sense of like, again, I keep hearing the word boredom, and that causes restlessness. Like if you don't have something exciting to think about or somebody to get lost into, your life kind of seems lame or feels a little bit lame. I feel like the retrograde has something very important to do with this, because there's like this energy of feeling a little bit like, I should have said that, I should have done that. So this person may be overthinking. I think that this person tends to think a lot about you, a lot. Limerence is a state of obsession, constant state of obsession. You kind of get lost in that person. I also see this person doing some manifestation techniques, using some manifestation techniques or writing it down. What other shocking secret feelings? Two of Cups, the Sun. I just heard moon energy, even though the sun is here. The Hangman in reverse. Ace of Wands. That's that passionate energy. That's that quick moving energy. Page of Swords. Seven of Wands in reverse. Five of Pentacles. The Empress. So, bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Tower energy. You know what I really feel, and I'm also seeing the Hermit, Virgo, Gemini with Seven of Swords. I feel like your person, I was about to say spirit, so your person has been made realize that in their past they have rushed in too quickly into relationships without assessing the situation, without laying a foundation, without being friends with that person, without trying to figure out how well do we get along, without just the passion and the sex, like do we really like each other. This person has also realized the Hangman energy, Piscean energy. We have Leo, we have Empress, Taurus. The Tower has Scorpio, so this could be in you or your person or in their charts, or their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising. So I feel like this person tends to rush through things, and I think that their secret thoughts and their feelings are like, you know what, I think that it would be wiser, they're like kind of being guided to do this. I see like spirit whispering in this person's ear, giving them downloads. They are pretty connected with the divine at this point. There's like strong crown chakra pulsation that I see over here. There's a lot of information being given to them, whether it's in their dream state, they could also be astro traveling. They're receiving a lot of downloads because I feel like with the sun, which literally says support, and it is clarified by the page of swords, this is the energy of small crumb of information that is being given to them. And I feel like with the Two of Cups, when it is being clarified by the Seven of Wands in reverse, there's almost this sense in the guidance that is being given is that you take things slowly, you take care of things, they last. Don't be so impulsive. This person has a tendency of being pretty quick into relationships. This person falls too quickly and then the relationship crumbles apart, is what I'm seeing. This is not someone that usually falls out of love, but it's because of their eagerness. They probably, I wonder if this person like sublime tendencies of love bombing. um this is not to scare you, but it's just to explain kind of like what they do. They tend to pour their heart completely out and then they burn out. It's like they probably idealize the person too much, and then slowly by slowly, when the honeymoon phase wears off, and I don't think it lasts more than a week or two or a month, it's because it's all up in the air. You have not taken the time to really figure out the person. And most of the time I see this person being left out in the cold. It's almost like the other person, maybe they come off too damn strong on the other person, which kind of freaks them out. And I think that it's good that they're so passionate, but it's like they get a little bit too emotional. Yeah, I think with the Eight of Pentacles in the Tower, it's like it burns out. They put all of their energy in the beginning. It's like they kind of show this they put their best foot forward, and everybody does that, man or a woman. Everybody puts their best foot forward in the beginning. Slowly by slowly, like the real characteristics are the ones that they're trying to hide, or and I'm not saying this in a narcissistic manner, okay? Generally, also, all humans put their best foot forward, you and I, and slowly by slowly, when we get deeply involved with someone, or when we're forming a deeper relationship with them, that's when I see that things start becoming, realistic. That's when it's not just all lovey-dovey, and the honeymoon phase is kind of wearing off. So this is almost like this person is being reminded of their past relationships, and a pattern that consecutively plays out in all their relationships is one that it burns out too quickly. It's like you got to take time to see the person for who they are, and you got to show yourself as who you are. It's almost like this comes from a place of low self-worth. You are trying so hard to woo them in and lure them in and woo them, and later on it's like you can't always keep up that, right? So this probably comes from a place of like hiding how they really are deep inside and how they feel about themselves. And I feel like it's like this person is being promoted or provoked to let go of the way that they feel about themselves, because um I definitely think that this is selfish on their end, that they put all of their effort in the beginning and then they really have nothing to give. So if they take it a little bit slowly by slowly, step by step, it's better, right? Because it's like they're not exhausting themselves. There's this tendency of like they just tend to exhaust themselves in the beginning of the relationship. They've like poured all their love out, and it's because they get scared that they're going to lose the other person. They're going to lose interest, so they have to put their best foot forward in the beginning, kind of hook them or lure them in. And spirit is teaching this person that that's wrong. See, I feel like I'm not saying that this person is narcissistic, but all of us have narcissistic traits. And the thing is that this person, I mean, I cannot diagnose somebody narcissistic, and that has to be clinically diagnosed. Even you cannot just form your own opinion and be like, oh, that's narcissistic. No, you can't. You're not a professional. You are, however, entitled to your own opinion. I definitely agree to that. So I feel like if this person is realizing this and it's like in their conscious brain, then I don't think that they're a narcissistic person. If that was something that was coming up in your mind because I simply use the word love bombing. I think that all of us has sometime done this in our lives, and usually people do this because they have low self-worth and they feel like if they don't put their best foot forward, or they don't come in with all the big guns, then this person is going to leave me. And that is a huge sign of low self-esteem. And I think that spirit is teaching this person that that is wrong, not just to you but to the other person as well. Because I feel like you're kind of showing yourself to be something in the beginning, and then later on you're not really that. That is wrong, right? Instead, maybe just be open that you're not so bad. There's this energy that you're not so bad, that somebody will just leave you. Just give them the space to actually get to know you. This I think that this putting their best foot forward also comes from a place of controlling the narrative, because they really like you so much. The Queen of Swords, I feel like this person is cunning in a way in which I think that um they're very good with words. Seven of Wands, the Hermit in reverse. I feel like they did not know this about themselves before. The Virgo, it could have led to a lot of people also rejecting them because of this, because I feel like there's a growing awareness of these sorts of red flags, I would say. Um, I think because they do this out of insecurity, a deep rooted insecurity. I think that people tend to also get overwhelmed by how clingy they get. I think it's because they're not good by themselves. I really think that they feel bored and they feel alone. And I think as soon as their obsession starts wearing out a little bit, because they've idealized the person, things start changing because they have unrealistic expectations of the other person. It's like almost like they're addictive. They're addicted to people, or they're addicted to love, affection, attention. There's a lot of things that I can narrow it down to also, because they're calling me to this word perfectionist on the Eight of Pentacles. And they might have this unrealistic expectation of themselves that they got to be perfect in a relationship. And so they fear that if they show where they lack in the beginning, there's no chance. But it's almost like hooking the person. And I feel like this person has realized this, and spirit is trying to tell this person that it's wrong. And the core reason, the crux of the situation is that you feel unworthy at the end of the day. You feel unworthy, and whoever this person comes across, or if this is a connection that they've got with you, it's like they really do feel unworthy of you, and you're automatically idealized in this person's eyes. And see, I agree, and I feel like you must be a really amazing person for them to see you like this. With the Ace of Wands, you could be a really really good looking person as well. But the thing is, nobody's actually out of our league. It's just a thing about mindset. This is kind of like, who's that guy, Pete Davidson, when he got into a relationship with Kim Kardashian. It's like women always think, and men and women, like there's a mystery, like what's up with this guy? Like how does he tend to have the most gorgeous women in the world? And the thing is that it's probably got to be something with his personality and his mindset. He probably doesn't go by the looks of it. He probably has some sort of charisma, confidence, and a very strong sense of belief, at least in that manner, that he can get it, he can get those women, and that's just how it is. And I feel like it's not healthy, it's not good for this person to be placing you up on a pedestal. um Generally, yeah, there are some people that don't deserve you because of their shitty behavior, but it's like, this is almost a person that really thinks low of themselves. And it's like, generally, I think that they have a difficult perception of themselves. And this is a self sabotaging pattern because they're going in so quickly and they're not really showing who they really are and how they really feel about themselves, because they fear that if they let you see this slowly by slowly, you realize that they're actually a shitty person. That's actually how they feel about themselves. It goes deeper than them trying to use some manipulation tactic. And I think that this person was not aware that this was a manipulation tactic, trying to put their best foot forward. They felt like if they actually show the other person like how they really are, it's going to be sick. Like that person is not even going to talk to them for a week. So I think that these are very ugly realizations for a person. I don't think I'm going to continue defending or saying anything. I feel like you are definitely entitled to your opinion. I'm just supposed to deal with the information that I get from spirit. However, this is very interesting that somebody actually has a realization about the fact that they move in very too quickly, and it's because they're scared that the other person is just gonna slip out of their hands. And this comes from, there's a lot of things that we can narrow it down. I don't think it's just one thing that we can call it, but there's almost this sense of like, if I don't act too quickly, they're just gonna leave. And I think if I move slowly by slowly, they're gonna see that I'm not that great, and that's just their own perception. There's a little bit of like desperation that I sense on this person's end, that they can't be alone. I want to ask, what does spirit advise you to do in this situation? The protectoress. Your energy is valuable, protected, wealth, strength, boundaries, amulet. I think your advice is very visible over here, that you, of course, with the given information, I would see that you would take it slow, and it's important for you to not ignore if you align with such an energy, even in a tarot reading. um this is not to be on eggshells around this person either, but to remember and realize and recognize that you have the power in this situation as well. You get to take it at your own pace. If it's slow for you, if it's quick for you, that is completely up to you. But they want you to know that really really look at the actions of another person, because I think that this person is really good with words, and I think that they were previously doing this out of an insecurity, and they would kind of like, I almost feel like sometimes this person would probably do this because they would want to see if they can actually get that person or not. There is like a chase excitement and adrenaline through the chase game over here. I'm gonna take this card in the reverse. Authenticity. Yeah, I feel like this person is capable of like pulling a wool over other people's eyes, and they kind of really want you to know this about them. The authenticity card says the energy of authenticity supports our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives with others and as well as ourselves. So I feel like because they feel sometimes really weak and they're a very anxious person, I think this person also tends to like study other people with the Page of Swords. They tend to like study people. Yeah, I think this person tends to study other people. Like doing their research, going online, trying to figure it out. And I keep hearing the word ammunition. It's like to try to get to know what they like and how can I use it in my favor. DK in reverse. This person is not completely healed from their childhood, and I can only understand why they do this. Plants and wisdom. Be very aware of where you're trying to plant seeds and who you're trying to plant seeds with, because I almost just heard like try to get you pregnant. Yeah, this seems like a tricky situation. It's like they try to get people just hooked onto them, like stuck to them, and they use these tactics. But I'm sorry if this was not positive, pile number one, but I really do hope that, my job is to be honest with whatever comes through the energies. And I trust energies a lot. Um, I also trust the information that Spirit gives me. So if you're aligning with this reading, there might be, a tad bit of percentage, or if you know this person does this, I really do feel like you should give it a thought. Don't take their behavior personally or as a reflection of your worth or what am I doing wrong that a person like this is coming in my life. I think that just at the core of it, it just reflects maybe a facet of self-worth, but it really doesn't mean that you deserve this or the universe thinks that you deserve this. It's like, I'm hearing that quote which says, because you have wisdom over here, and I feel like it says that, yeah, we have relationship and concealed. It's like, what I'm saying, this person doesn't show exactly what they are. See, there's this circle over here. It's like they're not showing how much their past has damaged them, and because of that shame they try to move things quickly because they feel so ugly about themselves. They try to conceal it. This person doesn't like who they are. What was that quote? It's like everybody is you pushed out. So it's like your outer reality is a reflection of your inner reality. What else can we know about this? I'm gonna pull a few conclusive cards, alright? Whale song resonating. I feel like this resonates with you. I feel like sometimes like both of you have this similarity that you really, really desire to be loved. That's like maybe this person doesn't think that through fair play they can actually receive the love that they deserve. So because they're so hungry for love, they have this twisted way of luring people in or like trying to get them stuck because they're just a broken inner child that just really wants to be loved and doesn't feel strong enough to get the love or feels worthy enough to get the love it deserves or wants through fair means. There is this bubble, like there's this stuck energy, like creating an illusion. I'm gonna pull out a few channel messages from my self-curated oracle deck. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. Also, I have a second channel called Ethereal Oracle. I post all my spiritual pick cards over there now. I used to post it on this channel. So the link is given down below in the description box. You can check it out. I'm learning heavy lessons. I will return to you when I'm ready for us. I really feel like Spirit is trying to knock some sense into this person, that this is wrong. I'm hearing right my wrongs. I stay silent because I don't feel like I'm ready. I'm working on healing. See, you are incredible. I'm in awe of your determination towards your dream. This person could have really selfish tendencies because I just heard that they like how great of a person you are and you are authentic. And that's why they want to see if they can get you, because they might be somewhere like jealous of who you are and how other people love you. Talk to me, I do hear you telepathically. Find me in your heart. I'm gonna use the other one. This is more like shadow attributes. I want us to be official. I want us to be out in the open. You're intoxicating. There's very strong chemistry between the both of you, is what I feel. I'm taking accountability. I feel like, thank you, Spirit. This is like this realization is there. It's like you can run away from it now. I'm going inward. I'm trying to bridge the gap between my true self, around my true self, over authenticity. Damn. So, pile number one, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I am going to see you guys in another one. Bye bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the 7 blessings of Eve, this is going to be a reading. I'm going to read about it from the guidebook. I feel like I need to say you should pay attention to what I say from the guidebook. Some things just give a confirmation. I really do feel like this is a divine connection. Very fated, something of that sorts. So I hear that you should hydrate yourself right now. You're going through a big purge. So is your person. Since this is about them. And I feel like whatever your gender is, you're being pushed into that polarity. If you're a woman, you're being pushed to embrace more of your femininity, a conventional way of embracing more femininity, which means being more in your femininity, calling things in, knowing your self-worth, attracting things mainly. And if you're a man, you're being pushed into that polarity of like taking more action, being more assertive, trusting your decision, planning things out, having a plan of action, trusting that you can make this happen, trusting that you can provide for the person or your family, all sorts of more like a leadership role. So this is how this connection is playing out right now behind the scenes. So the guidebook says choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put out in the world, because your influence is stronger and farther reaching than you realize. So I feel like maybe the both of you have, I think this is a fairly new connection, or it's just not taken off. It just didn't get off the ground basically. And I think that both of you are very influential people in your own community or in your friend group or wherever you are from. And I also see very Martian traits within the both of you, because I'm seeing very athletic bodies, which makes me feel as if, like, our bodies, we choose our features before we take birth for our purpose. So I feel like you both, I feel the need to say touchwood, are blessed with really great genes. You don't look like what you've been through. You and your person have had a really rough childhood, and I think there's some way in which God or the universe is trying to help both of you get acquainted or give you information, either through tarot readings or word of mouth, or just intuitive knowingness that the both of you have been through a lot on your own separate ends before you met each other. This is giving the Kundalini awakening, but this is a lot about what you say to yourself will come. This is a lot about what you say to yourself that will come true. And I feel like the serpent is going towards the egg, which tells me it's about some sort of victory that your person really wants. for themselves. Hmm. I'm hearing that I don't feel about anybody else like the way I feel about you. I feel like if you're a man watching this for a woman, this woman is pretty like mysterious, and she doesn't really tell people, or she's not very open with her emotions, even though she might have a good relationship with emotions. It's like she's very calculative, and I feel like that's, yeah, King of Swords. Ooh, Queen of Swords as well. I haven't like shuffled the deck, but like I saw it at the back of the deck, which is again divine counterpart, and now just like similarities. And there's like a white dove over here, and then there's like a, I don't know, black dove, but that might be a crow or pigeon. You see, this man is actually putting his sword in front of himself, and the woman is putting his a little bit on the side. It could be that the both of you were in the opposite polarities. Like the woman was quite masculine and the man was quite feminine, and this connection pushes you more to, I'm hearing like claim the throne, or like claim what you're best at. So naturally, I feel like the woman is, both of you are taming your demons in a sense. And this blue color in psychology is a color that induces more calm. That's why we use baby blue colors for like kids, and baby boys. And so it's like a very calming color. You put it on the walls, right? And the purple is the crown chakra. Again, this is like um color psychology. So what is purple? It's purple is about, like, I feel like it's about purpose. It's about ignition. Purple is a very catchy color. It's about like, I hear the word ignition for purple color. So I see that the woman over here is becoming more calmer within herself, and the man is becoming more headstrong. That's what I see for the both of you. So I'm gonna place these cards over here. So let's see what are their shocking or like their secret feelings. I hear this is like a gender neutral reading, whether you're watching it for um a man or a woman. I feel really hot in your reading, I don't know, and like quite uneasy. It's almost like there's this energy of like a very strong purification process taking place, and you're like really having to use all your wisdom and patience to get through this phase. The Ten of Pentacles, the Well in reverse. This is feminine energy in reverse. It's an archetype in the Ethereal Visions tarot deck. I'm hearing the song Day and Night. I don't remember the lyrics. I heard slow mo. The song is like a little bit old and I don't remember the lyrics, but there was this one specific line that says that, this person finally comes out at night. There's like strong hibernation, going back in your cave kind of an energy. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hermit comes out, the Death. I feel guided to put this in reverse. I place all cards as I feel guided to put them. We have Scorpio. We have the Devil, Capricorn, the King of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. So, both of you have very similar energies in the sense that you want this connection to move forward. There is determination. However, I see there's still a lot of self doubt on the masculine energies, within the masculine energies or in the masculine energies end, it's like, um I feel like there's a lot of passion, and this passion for this specific dream that this person has in their mind. The Ten of Pentacles opening card suggests that this is the layout. This represents, this is like representing the whole tone of the reading, which is Ten of Pentacles, which is about a legacy, which is wanting a long lasting relationship with someone, right? I do want to clarify this card a little bit more. I want exactly what it means, because with the devil, it makes it a little bit confusing. Abundance. So this is a lot about money, because of the pentacle energy. It's not always money, but I do see this about being about money, because the Ace of Pentacles could be that this person is actually really, really working hard on their money. And for some reason, Spirit is telling me it's not as deep as you're trying to figure out why they're not here yet. This person is obsessively working on their money. I think if this is a woman or if this is a man, this person feels that they might have actually found the one, and they feel the need to really get their finance in order. This is almost reminding me of that quote which says that money will never wake up and tell you that it doesn't love you anymore. So they almost feel as if right now they're rationally thinking about it, that they have to put their ducks in a row. And this could be just someone that you don't have to always take it so personally that, oh my god, they don't value love as much as money. Maybe they have had a rough childhood. Maybe they understand why it's important to have money, so that you can have emotional independence, so that you can have freedom to live the life that the way you want. And maybe I really do feel like you're a part of their plan, because the Queen of Pentacles is not an energy which is like a King of Pentacles, that I just want to be the owner of the world, and like I just want to be the king of the world, and I just want to rule the world, and money is everything for me. No, Queen of Pentacles is a homely energy. So what is kind of pushing them to, they're looking to communicate with you in the near future, but this is like when they feel like they're stable enough and they can add or take up the responsibility of a relationship or another person in their life, only then they will proceed with this. Because I think that as much as they really appreciate the fact that they have found the one, that they feel like they've found the one, this is almost to the energy that they need to get their ducks in a row. Whenever I talk to my guy friends, there's a very common feeling that they all have, especially at this age, that they're not thinking about anything but making that money, because they cannot think about anything. And during that conversation, it's like I, as a woman, still have a little bit of leniency in that manner, and it's probably, it goes back to years and years and generations of conditioning, perhaps. Um, it's where I can still consider giving my energy to a relationship, because I'm kind of wired that way. And I feel like there's no shame in saying that I would prioritize love as much as I would prioritize my career. And I think that when I was having this conversation with a couple of friends, I feel like their perspective was more like, I cannot think about a relationship till the time I don't have something to present with myself. So I think that for men it's very different, and you can see how this applies, because maybe this person is young, maybe this person is not young, but they just have this really deep seated need that they should be able to provide for themselves. They don't want to be belittled. And I feel like this person feels as if there's no point pursuing a relationship right now if they just don't have their ducks in a row. And I feel like a lot of it is in terms of the type of assets and the bank balance that they have. So I think that this person is working hard at whatever they do, because this person wants to be able to feel like the man. And if this is a woman, I think that maybe she's been bruised in the past, and she feels maybe she doesn't have a strong father figure. So everybody has a reason why they move the way they do. Okay, I think that maybe you can, and this is just my personal opinion, it doesn't have to be yours, right? But I just feel like maybe we sometimes we like to think that we know better or we know the best, but other people have also lived their life. Okay, they're not stupid, people are not dumb, and people always have a reason for why they do act and behave in the manner that they do. So I think that maybe I can give a little bit of a benefit of doubt in this situation, given that I don't know your personal situation. Okay, so this is optional. I think that maybe this person generally has a reason why they need to focus upon, their money so much. And I think that till the time they don't feel that confident, like King of Wands is the energy of being a leader. Maybe they don't feel good enough for you and worthy of you, because there's almost this sense like, what am I going to give to her? And maybe you are a woman that is quite established, or you have worked on your career, and your journey can look different, but you don't really know what another person is going through inside, behind closed doors. And for men, it's really emasculating. Like, no matter how much you try to um, talk about it in an equality kind of a manner, people do have double standards, especially in terms of women. And um, some women like to say that, I'd be okay if they didn't make a lot of money. But then at the end of the day, there's still a little bit of like, they don't respect their man enough because they're not able to give them that much. So, I mean, it's a humanly emotion, but it is there, and you have to be really honest with yourself. So I think that this is a situation where this person just doesn't want to feel emasculated by hook or crook. And they don't feel ready for this relationship. They feel like right now, if they bring you in their life right now, because they're so focused on their money, I think that they would disrespect you. They won't be able to give you that much time, because maybe they're spending a lot of time. I'm hearing like I'm working like a dog. And again, this could be a woman as well, who's like really focused on figuring herself out. And there's like, I just keep seeing this dream of owning a home of their own. And well, in this day and age, the economy, man, everything is so expensive. So like, I just don't think this is not a good enough reason. And it's like, at some point, people decide when they're ready, and maybe if they're not ready, then that's the good enough reason. um I just see this person having quite a long journey till the time they figure this out for themselves, and they decide when they feel ready to be in a relationship, when they feel they have good enough things to provide for. Really feel like they're spending a lot of time at their work. The fool. I feel like this person, through the course of time, has had some very realistic changes to their personality. Yeah, Eight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. I feel like they were living in a fantasy land, thinking like, yeah, I'm just, 20, 25, 30. I still got a lot of time. I'm still having fun. I'm still going to parties. And I feel like why this suddenly turned into an obsession with getting their ducks in a row is maybe because they met you. And it really hit them like, what am I? And this person's aims are not to just be your partner, they want to be a life partner to somebody and you. And I think that in terms of wanting to be a life partner, you're just talking about a very different league. This is like, I don't know if you guys end up together or not, I really cannot say that, but I feel like when you start thinking more from a perspective of being a life partner to someone, you realize that there are certain things that you cannot keep doing, and you have to get certain things right in your life to align with that type of a partnership. And I think that this person was just not that serious about relationships, but I think that they've experienced this connection with you that makes them feel so many things. um I feel like I'm saying this from a very rational point of view. That's what I feel. That this person almost feels like they can't be unserious. It's like a reality check that they had, that they have to grow up. And Nine of Pentacles, the Hierophant in reverse, they're not, they might have the emotional and mental knowledge and the wisdom, but they don't have this in the reality. They don't have to sew for it, or like, I feel like maybe they're, they would feel more accomplished if they just had this, and maybe that's why they're not able to come forward, or they're not able to make this choice whether this is the right time or not, because I think that they think a lot about communicating with you, and they also tend to get a little bit scared that they might lose you. I really hear there is a part of their dharma right now. Whatever they're doing, they're fulfilling their dharma. And maybe they had to have a rude wake up call in terms of like, stop taking your life so casually. I just heard, do you ever want to get married or not? Like, stop taking your life so casually. So we have the card Harmony. May sweet and soft things find you. 27 reduces to 9. Ease inner child softness. I feel like your inner child is struggling because this person is focusing upon something else. And I feel like you have this fear that what if they forget me? And your person also, but I feel like we need to talk to you about this. Um, I think that you have this tendency of making a person your whole world, um, because you've been emotionally neglected in your child, and I think that you've done a lot of work. And if it's of any consolation, I want you to know that you never ever completely healed. And I don't say this in a condescending manner, or like to make you feel small that you're not doing enough. I say that with the utmost ease and liberty to release yourself from perfection, because this wound or these feelings will keep coming up even when you are with the best person for you. um and I think that the best advice is to know that you are doing the work. Sometimes it might feel like, I thought I had done, I'm done with that, or like, I thought I stopped behaving that manner, or I worked so hard on myself, I went to therapy, or I did journaling, or I meditate, and I do all of these things like that. But you need to realize you're not somebody who needs to be fixed. You're just somebody who needs to be constantly loved in those areas that it hurts. See it as that. Stop calling yourself as someone that is unhealed or someone that needs to be fixed. You're not a project, okay? Um, and maybe right now you feel uneasy because this person's absence is making you really uncomfortable, and I feel like you get a lot of anxiety. And simplest way I'm going to tell you in the most kindest compassionate manner is that you just love your anxiety. Stop separating it from you. It's a part of you. Accept it, take it as your own. um think of it as like an injured pet that you find, and it's like really, it's like raining, and that you find a little squirrel or something like that, and you're like, oh, you know um maybe I'll just take you in home because you're shivering and you need a little bit of love. And you know what happens? You feed it a little bit of soup or like hot water. I mean, I'm just like, I mean, you don't serve soup to a squirrel, but like, you know what I mean. It's like hot beverage, Sheldon reference. So it's like you just make it feel comfortable. The next day it feels good. The squirrel is like good. So that's what you need to do. Like, you need to stop overthinking and over analyzing, like, oh, my inner child feels like this because this happened to me in my childhood. Like, no, that's intellectualizing, and that's a smarter way of our brain just telling us or trying to like convince us, or just escaping from the pain that hurts. Like, it makes us feel some kind of way, okay? So we have, oh wow, we have surrender the habit of people pleasing. So they want you to know that both of you, in fact, are letting go of this fear of what will people think, what would people say. My journey doesn't look like theirs. Both of you are, this, I think that this rude awakening is the word that I hear that has happened for the both of you in this situation. And I feel like the both of you are letting go of people pleasing tendencies, and you're doing a tremendous job. I hope you're really, really proud of yourself, okay? I'm gonna take this in reverse. Friendship in reverse. Sixth chakra is kind of like a fidgety energy. It's like opening and it's closing. One thing is for sure that when we are purging so much, we can't hear our intuition completely, strongly, and clearly. So I feel like don't take too much stress if you're just acting out right now. You're just cranky and you're just irritated and annoyed. I also feel like you're going through an ascension journey, and so is your person. So there might be changes and disruptions and clashes and I don't know power struggles in your friendships and other relationships right now. And so is it with this person because you're changing. And I feel like, frankly, people around you don't expect you to grow so much. And I feel like, especially for a person, like, I wish this information would get through to them as well because I feel like maybe it might help them. But um, you can pray on it, that spirit enlightens them with this, that it's not their fault that they're growing faster than their friends are. And I feel like it's the same for you. So I think the harsh truth is that friends are like pretty seasonal in our lives. Sometimes they last longer than the other ones, and sometimes they go quicker than ready to let them go. And I feel like you should see your friends as also as other people, but don't ignore if they tend to get envious or jealous of you, or if they're like not doing well with your growth. It's nothing personal, but it kind of makes people feel some kind of way when they see that you're able to love yourself better than maybe they are able to, right? It takes a little bit time. So I'm going to conclude this reading by pulling out a few channeled messages from my self curated oracle deck. Is there anything else, Spirit? No. So, hold on. There's something that your person. What do they want you to know about the person? Your person wants you to know sweet oblivion. It's okay. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing either. Uncertainty, fate, They want to let you know that in their 3D reality, they don't know exactly what they're doing, if they're showing up in some kind of way. If you're watching other tarot readings that pick up on their, um, mental energy being clogged, they don't know quite because they're in a transition phase and they kind of want to say that, sweetie, I don't know what I'm doing either. And, like, you're the most beautiful person that I know, but I just don't feel worthy of you. So let me just work a little bit harder on myself because, if I don't completely believe in myself, I'll just automatically like run away from you because I'm hearing, baby, you're the best I ever had. So, they think of you so greatly and they need to feel good enough in themselves because if they don't, it's going to automatically bleed into your relationship. So, a little patience will go a long way in this connection. By number two, I feel like your person is so cute. They're like, it's okay, I don't know what I'm doing either, hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, I'm hearing hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. It's like they're trying to keep all of this away from you because maybe they're aware that they tend to get really insecure and jealous and controlling. And I feel like if their career and their financial independence would make them feel more stronger within themselves, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And maybe it's just a part of their plan right now. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a few cards from my self-curated oracle deck. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. I also have a second channel. It is called the Ethereal Oracle. I post all my spiritual pick a card readings over there. I used to post it on this one, but now I have compartmentalized the content. I miss the times that we spent in our own bubble. I feel very protective of you. Money can't buy true love. It took me to learn this the hard way. So see, there's like this irony that this person recognizes that this money won't make them feel happy, but it's definitely a part of the plan, is what I keep hearing. I keep hearing this, so there's got to be a reason for it, like, I'm scared if I let you in too much, you won't love me for who I am. Mm. I know you're the one I want to spend my life with. I'm scared to acknowledge what you bring to the table. I'm telling you, this person knows that they don't feel good enough and they just gotta do this for themselves, man. Like, they just gotta do this. I hear the song I'm Not Afraid, Eminem. they're like they're developing a a thicker skin in life is what I'm also hearing. I'm receiving repetitive signs from the universe. I'm being reminded of you. I'm currently very unsure about how to make this better. I think that they're working so hard so that they can also feel worthy of you, but so that they can be very proud in their life that I have this person because I also bring something to the table. Like, I'm not a menace. Whew. You're so beautiful. I love your face, body, mind, and soul. You know what this is? If this is specifically a man, I feel like he doesn't want people to think that this woman is a little bit she's got low self-esteem because she's with me. They recognize the connection, but they kind of want people to see the both of you as equals. They don't want this relationship to be seen as a joke. They want people to take them and you. They want you to take this person seriously. And I almost wonder like which type of people, but they're like all people. They're like their family, your friends, other people around your community, your social circle. They kind of want other people to know that I'm the man, okay? Like, I'm the man and I take very good care of her, and vice versa. I portray myself to be stoic, but deep down I get hurt very easy. This is a very strong scorpionic energy. I feel like this person probably ran away from the connection because like they just I just feel like maybe you're doing well in your life in some shape or form, and maybe they're not fulfilling their purpose or what is expected out of them in a relationship, and they had a lot of things to clean up, and that's what they're doing. This is like, I feel like this is the aftermath of the storm. Like, I think a lot of clearing has already happened. Okay, so pile number two. I was about to say three. You might have a message there. I don't know. Usually, I suggest for people to watch one pile only. You can watch multiple, but I feel like I suggest one pile because it gives you a definitive answer. And if there's a contrary, conflicting message in the other pile, it doesn't confuse you. So I usually recommend one pile. Anyways, feel free to watch another pile. Okay, so pile number two, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye bye. Hello, pile number three. If you chose the card of Seraph of 963 hearts, this is going to be a reading. So this is 21 reduced to 3. Somebody could be aged 21, or it could be a life path number 3, 5, and 11. So this card gives me a lot of crown chakra activation. I am going to read about this from the guidebook. I guess some really interesting energies already. Like, I feel like this person really wants to like be in a serious commitment with you. There's like this energy of like excitement and like love is in the air, Cupid. So this is a high vibrational energy. That's what I'm reading over here. In spiritual infusions of light and wisdom, such as those that travel on the 963 hertz frequency, are alchemical. They are able to distill value from any circumstance and transform it. This oracle guides you to trust such inner knowledge even if it doesn't always seem logical. Spirit is guiding you. The universe will provide ample support resources to support you doing what you have come to this planet. There is no need to turn away from what your heart adores, and every reason to embrace it with total trust. The telepathy of light between spirit and inner being gives rise to knowing without knowing how you know. Your light body is your internal interface between the spiritual plane and the physical plane. The higher worlds transmit conscious raising light codes directly into your body of light, affirming your original soul note and preventing the ego from obscuring your light spiritual path so that you can manifest your most authentic life path. Hmm. I wonder if this is a secret, is what I feel over here. The first thing that comes to my mind is I don't think that a lot of people know about your person's feelings for you. Or, they don't know how deep it goes and the type of ways in which this person fantasizes about you. There's a lot of passionate energy, but there's also so much love and there's so much endurance in this pile, especially on this person's end. I think that there's shocking or like surprising feelings or things that you don't really know about, secret things, are that they are really enduring a lot to become and feel and see, to be seen as worthy of you. This could be a man, is what I am picking up. It doesn't have to be this gender neutral, general gender, my bad, neutral reading. I feel like I'm going to do that pretty often in this reading because usually when it starts off with me eating up my words and not being able to pronounce properly, it is usually because of that. There's a lot of 5D energy over here, which kind of tells me that I'm seeing a an egg crack opening itself. This is like maybe this person has been in gestation phase for a really long time, like metamorphosis or rebirth, and this was a very, very big, strong spiritual change that was taking place. Somewhere this is like concluding, and this person is grieving who they thought they would be. So it's not just like, oh, just because we're doing better now and we know that this is going to lead us to somewhere better, it doesn't hurt to leave a past version of yourself. Emotions catch up with us in the most tricky way, in ways in which we don't even expect to feel emotional. And I think that the situation is somewhere where your person definitely is experiencing a lot of grief on who they thought that they would be and where their life would be right now, whether it's for better or worse. And I just feel like there's bittersweet energy, like, yeah, I'm walking my path and my purpose and I deserve better, but there's also sadness of what they've left behind. Um, and I fairly feel like maybe the sadness, their emotions are valid, but maybe the sadness also comes from a part where the ego was attached to something, and that's why it's so painful. That could also be a possible scenario. That's why it's not good to say that, oh, you're doing better. Like, why are you sad about it? Like, that's that's just unkind. I'm gonna take these pre-shuffle cards. We have reflection in reverse. Number 33 is a self-mastery number for me. I want to clarify what this is. Attachment in reverse. It's a very interesting message that I'm getting, is that they're running away from their feelings, but they've done a good chunk of inner work also on themselves. I just have this feeling, pile number 3, that your reading is actually like quite secretive, like things that you know you don't tell every other person. Like, there's so many things that I don't share with a lot of people I talk to on a day-to-day basis, not because I'm hiding, but just because, like, I don't know, I just don't feel like sharing. it doesn't even come across as like I'm pretty private, I guess. Everybody is. There are so many things we don't share with other people. Potential and possibility, future high, self quantum. Reach out to the potential that is calling for you. They've had an awakening, for sure. For sure. They have let go of this version of themselves. I'm literally feeling like a little bit like goosebumpy because like this is big. And I feel emotional because it reminds me of a lot of times I've had an awakening and just how difficult it tends to get to leave a past version of you behind. And I feel like that's why this person is pretty emotional because I believe you me, like the emotions that I'm feeling are like a lot. And I think that there's so much of like a bittersweet energy. And spirits like don't push these emotions away. It's like they know that they have done good for themselves, but there's still there's this feeling when even though you are going through an awakening and you know that you're doing good for yourself and this is the right thing to do, like you had to let go of it, but like the amount of pain that you really had to go through to, you know how they say that pain is the price that we pay for consciousness, that like that shit really hurts. I'm pretty sure you would know about it. Third chakra. This was related to maybe painful past experiences, the ways in which they demeaned themselves, the way in which they, did things and allowed people to walk over them and almost join forces or collaborate with friends and partners or romantic partners but that were not good for us. And um, there's almost like this shame that this person has also released that kept on telling them inside that they're a bad person, they're unlovable. I feel like it's almost like I'm waiting for this woman, like the one on your thumbnail card, to just open her eyes up and to see like the worst is behind her. I feel like your person is still pretty bruised from what has happened. And I think that this is a new person, almost like this is someone that is still figuring themselves out. And as much as like kudos to them for doing this, I feel like one of their secret feelings is also that they don't want to jump into a relationship just as of now. So that's maybe why they're not messaging you, because they kind of feel fragile. It's like imagine a dragon egg hatching and then there's a baby dragon. Imagine you're asking the baby dragon to just like, I don't know, follow its duties, or like do something noble or even destructive. It's like, no, the baby dragon just wants to explore itself. The baby dragon wants to like spread its wings and fly, and it just wants to explore itself with the newfound persona and the personality it has. Like, it never knew that it was capable of so much. And that's almost how I feel. Like, a person wants to get reacquainted with themselves. And I feel like maybe if you're a little bit weak in your self esteem, you would take this personally and you would be like, but like, I really want you, and like, why aren't you coming towards me? Like, you're just enjoying your life. We have triple three reverse, and then we have three over here in the 21 3 as well. Three, mind, body, spirit alignment. It's like they want to get reacquainted with themselves and they're quite enjoying this version of themselves that's not so low vibrational. So this person, with the quantum leap, it's like I think that it's possible that maybe they wanted to always be this sort of a person that is abundant in all areas of life. Abundance is not just a limited point of view because it's abundance. So They could have certain dreams and goals and aspirations, and I really believe that the strongest dreams that you have in your heart are put by your soul because you can achieve them. And I think that dreams are different for every person. And I think that this person has started feeling closer to it. Even if it's just like a little bit closer, it's still closer to it. And this is not an egocentric energy. This is not a boastful energy, like, ha ha ha, I did that. Like, this is like, okay, I'm coming out. Wow, the sky looks, nice. I feel good. Look at my wings. I can fly. And it's like I can burn things at my own convenience. Um, they feel powerful and they're not boastful about this power. They're modest about it. They've been humbled through the procedure. So, this third chakra also gives me like some sort of something that's like bubbling up to the surface. Surrender to receive support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So, if I really strongly feel like if they had a perfectionist tendency, if they, were resistant to love, if they were non committal, if they were just, they had this strong layer of ego, and I feel like you also went through something similar or similar undertones. Um, I think that this person has let go of a lot of baggage, which makes them a little bit more freer and quite a lot free to pursue love and whatever they desire in life. Attachment in reverse is a good card to come out in reverse. Maybe they didn't know that, they feel so ashamed deep, deep, deep inside. It's a core belief. And I think that a lot of it has been released. It's not like they're giving me one basic thing, but it could be definitely around like, I'm not good enough. So I'm gonna try to pull out a few cards, see what are their secret feelings. I think one thing that might be relatively a little bit shocking or secretive, surprising, is that their desire to be in a relationship is very much there. But there's also a part of them which feels like they still want to figure out themselves. Very, 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 very interesting. This is the duality. This is, I've done the work, but I don't want to do more work. I wonder if this person, you're aware of them being quite gifted, because their crown chakra is very activated. They might have really good hair. They might have really puffy hair as well. They might really like do things to their hair, and they might be quite a natural person. Um, and I'm not talking about the beauty standards. Beauty standards are trashy, and they just compartmentalize everybody into one box. I feel like this person has a unique way in which they look. It's so funny because like I think that they don't really accept compliments that well. And they're saying the same thing about you. It's like they're deflecting and they're giving the compliment back. That's almost the type of energetic body that I feel like I'm reading. I believe they also struggle with body image issues, and that's what they might be dealing with as well. But I think they're doing really good. Seven of Wands, Page of Swords in reverse, Queen of Cups, Strength in reverse, I'm seeing the Lovers, Gemini, and King of Swords. I don't know, I feel the need to take another deck to clarify it. Strength is Leo. We also have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with the Queen of Cups. I feel like this person has a very dominant like Gemini in their charts, or it could be yours. You should check out your chart. I also feel like they just have a very, I'm hearing like a twisted sense of humor. They could also have like a dark humor, or yeah, it's dark. It's like I was about to say dry, but I feel like it's dark. The Moon, Cancer, High Priestess, Pisces, Death, Scorpio, King of Pentacles. Wow, they have so much of water energy. Seven of Swords and Seven of Cups. Okay, let's start off with the first row. Okay, they want me to start off with the one that I just pulled out. So with all the water energy, I feel like in their heart space. Oh, okay, that's why they asked me to pull out from two decks. The upper one is probably their mental, and the lower one is their hearty energy, but their soul, almost like what comes from their soul. So I feel like they might be a functionally depressive person, like they do all the work, but they kind of burn out, or like they have these moments of disassociation, or like even relapse. Um, and as much as again, I want you to understand that people can be very gifted and still, have this bane and a boon kind of a thing in their life, because they're so gifted. They have to kind of go through the wound to find out where the light is, and this person is someone that's like that as well. It's like, the strongest warriors are given the biggest battles. That's the kind of energy that I pick up over here. So there's still a little bit, I don't want to mock them, but they're kind of like a Debbie Downer. They just feel like life doesn't really ever work out for them. And with the High Priestess, they're like very strong with their intuition. Whether it's like I'm hearing from Spirit that they don't need to prove that to you. Like there is an energy of this person being pretty intuitive. We have twice the Queen of Cups and then the High Priestess, which tells me that they're very, very intuitive, and they might see you as like that, but I feel like this is completely their energy. They show up in a sense where they want to ground themselves, and they never want to really get carried away with a lot of options. So I feel like in terms of this Seven of Swords, this is like an energy where their own illusions are not letting them make this choice, because um they might have been pretty hurt in the past, and I feel like as much as the clearings that they're doing, it's not, it doesn't happen like in a flick of a finger, right? It's like it takes decades and decades for you to really figure out who you are. And I feel like this person is in the process, but they're still not completely clear also, because you have like really strong major arcana in terms of their heart and their soul chakra, like their star chakra, basically, Um, and I feel like despite the heavy energies that they're under, they're doing pretty good. They're managing pretty good. This is a symbol of spiritual tenacity. Like this is not your person's first rodeo drive in a specific lifetime. They've probably done this, I heard, periodically. So I think that they something it's like, you can still be in love with someone and know that you really want to be with them, but like something still doesn't let you be completely sure, and that's the energy that I pick up on this person's end. Like they don't know like if they're making the right choice, or like there's something that kind of deceives them within themselves. How do I explain this? It's contemplation. Okay, they don't, I maybe this person doesn't trust their discernment in that sense, or they don't trust their, yes, thank you, Spirit, They're saying that they don't trust their feelings. Maybe they've fallen for the wrong people in the past because they love too deep and they fall too fast. And I think that they are scared that they might be somewhere again making the same mistake. In terms of their mental energy, I feel like I don't know how does this work, but I'm just gonna give it to you that they're more sure of you when it comes to them in their mind. Usually it's the opposite way around. That's very confusing. They are aware of the fact that they don't feel completely worthy of you, but they still want to move past it. I feel like this person is not messaging you because they still have this little bit of fear of getting attached to you. And I think that the Seven of Wands opening your spread really tells me this card says courage in this specific deck, so the meaning completely changes around because I think that this person is still gathering the courage. I feel like they doubt themselves that they're still not mature enough or they're not completely out of it. A part of it is definitely still getting used to this new version of themselves that is quite attractive. They're feeling quite attractive within themselves. They're getting approached by a lot of people, kind of makes me feel like that, whether they're a man or a woman. They're becoming more attractive. I mean, obviously, you're doing the work, your energy is getting more magnetic. Like, that's a given, right? So, I feel like there's this uniformity in the energies. It's not very scattered anymore. It's like this person is becoming clearer in who they are and they're able to manage the energetic world better. I'm just really surprised that the magician is not here. High priestess over here is like, maybe let's take it as the femininity of magician, okay? It does have its own um um what you call its own strengths, but I feel like there is this energy of like this person um maybe if they had more of a masculine energy, because they do come across as this king of pentacles, someone that really is very good with the physical realm. Like they're good at seeing people and how people kind of, I think the discernment is like on point. I think they're really good with discernment, but like they're so good with like kind of pointing out red flags at this point they just don't know what are green flags. So I feel like that's literally what's going on with them. I don't think that this reading has mainly a conclusive point to it. The only thing that I feel like is um bracketing your whole reading, almost like shaping it up, is that they really want to be just with one person. They they this they do have this exploration, and I feel like it's a part of their dharma, their life purpose, that they're meant to still understand themselves. um but this person does have a healthy recognition of like having independence or like freedom and like personal autonomy, but also like they definitely appreciate this connection, and they might have difficulty in trusting their feelings, but I think that they're very much wanting it. This is not someone that's like still in too much resistance than they used to be before. Feel like they are, I don't know, there's just something very interesting about their feminine and masculine energies over here. Like, I really do feel that their femininity is pretty strong because of their intuition card. It is a major arcana. But, like, the King of Pentacles is also no joke either. Like, they probably are very good with money or they attract that money. Like, yeah, this person is like working with the universal forces. I really feel like they're working with the laws of the universe pretty well. This is definitely a magician or like someone that has like really good spiritual knowledge. That's what I feel. The Justice, the Hermit in reverse, the Three of Cups. I really do feel like the Justice, Libra, Hermit, Virgo, and the Three of Cups. That's like a reunion, union, reconciliation, whatever you like to call it, kind of a vibe. I think that they do want it, but it is like playful energy. And it is what it is what I'm hearing. Like there is no hidden message. Sometimes like we just like to find out why, what is it? No, it's like this is on the face. I feel like if they're not messaging you, and if you think that they're enjoying their life a little bit here and there, I really do feel like they are. I think that they're trying to. This person, like, I got a very weird message. It might not be for all of you, but they kind of think that they are very near to finding the one for themselves. And they're trying to make themselves feel happy because they know when they fall in love, they're gonna be like really deep in love. And they're like trying to make the best of this time till the time they don't end up with the one. So I feel like this awakening phase might have also brought this part of themselves, which is like, I know I'm a lover girl, lover boy, I'm monogamous, and if I find the one, I will never be able to fall out of love with them. My life is always going to be inclusive of, those things. So this is almost like they're not too desperate to be in love. That's what I really feel. They appreciate it, but they're not too desperate, and they know that once they find the one, they will change their priorities. They will make that person a priority. That person will be as important as their happiness. So they're kind of like trying to take it easy before they finally get hitched. That's really what I feel over here. So I'm gonna pull out an advice card for you, and then we're gonna top it off with a few channel messages. We have, I said this. I said this. The mystic, intuition, high priestess, visionary. There is a reason you have those dreams. There is a reason you have those dreams. I feel like this is for you. You're also beginning to see why you have dreams related to your person, probably. And bottom of the deck, I'm seeing give to the mind and it gives back. The mind, inspiration, mood, cycle. So for those who are a woman and you're on your menstrual cycle, I feel like moon magic might be really helpful just in terms of manifesting a greater version of yourself. And I feel like if this is like you're a man, this is a lot about probably meditating, or I guess just thinking really positively, because positive thinking is not that easy if you have limiting beliefs, and healing journey is like a constant. So if you get consistent at something, you get better at it rather than doing it in like spur of the moment, or like when something really bothers you. Like, I feel like you're smart enough to know what you need to do, and if there's somewhere where you find yourself lagging, because I believe in this quote and I've kind of made it my motto that work harder on yourself than you do at your job. So I feel like I'm also going to leave you with that. It applies in every area of your life. So pile number 3, I am going to pull out a few channel messages from my self-curated oracle deck. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. Also, I have a second channel called Ethereal Oracle. I've started posting all my spiritual pick a card readings over there. Link is given down below. Do make sure to check it out. So I want to take concrete actions towards our grounding our union. So this person is like all about acing the spiritual world, like calling in the energies and literally manifesting everything that they want. I'm contemplating my next move towards you. You're intoxicating. For somebody, I heard that they're trying to make new friends because they don't resonate with the old ones. I'm sorry for my behavior. I've received the taste of my own medicine. I don't know what they did. Maybe they just left you, they ran away from the intensity of this. That is very much possible. I feel like it was not intentional. I feel like the separation was very, very, very guided, because look what came out of it, like sheer beauty. You are all that I ever wanted and better than I could have asked for. What I do to be around you, I miss you so much. You have taught me so much about love and life. I was blinded by what others said about you. I took too many opinions from others. This could be the, I don't know, the indecision or this. I feel like when it's time, it's time. And maybe it's not time, and maybe the relationship is not that ripened to be experienced. I don't think you should be worried about it at all. I feel like it's working just the way it has to. Okay? So, pile number 3, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that this was helpful. If it was, Please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I am gonna see you guys in another one. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose the Karma of Kuthuhala, this is going to be your reading. This is 43 reduces to 7. So, I'm picking up like being in the cave. Um, this person is doing some healing work, or they're very triggered and defensive. And I don't think your person is someone that is well versed with, or like they know exactly how to deal with very heightened emotions and like shadow attributes. So that's what I feel could be significant. I'm gonna read about it from the guidebook. Know that no matter what appears to be, you shall prevail. Your sacred soul passion is powerful enough to shift the state of your inner reality and outer experience. So commit to what truly ignites your heart and do not be dissuaded by anything or anyone. If you are seeking to make a commitment, do so when it truly connects you to your heart. Follow your genuine, meaningful bliss. Know that no matter what appears to be, you shall prevail, you shall rise. The commitment that emerges out of true Kuthuhala is not about clipping one's wings, but about growing them and learning how to fly skillfully. Pursuing a path so intoxicating, so fascinating, so utterly mesmerizing to the spirit, no matter what challenges arise, you feel so much love and commitment that the passion you shall not turn away. This is the stuff of potential greatness. This doesn't involve the heart, but rather the restless mind, which acts from fear and avoidance rather than using passionate devotion as its foundation. Let yourself be truly excited and inspired. So I feel like the word that was definitely highlighted to me was commitment. And in this reading, since we are focused upon your romantic partner, I feel like this person's definitely thinking a lot about what they need to do in order to bring a commitment to the table, what they need to do in order to be able to maintain that commitment, what they need to bring to the table is what I keep hearing. It could be that a lot of it is just about being able to withstand emotional challenges and emotional purges that they're probably um, experiencing. I am in divine flow and move in alignment, yin and yang, unity, balanced energy, and manifestation. So, what I'm strongly hearing from spirit is that this person is already aware of this divine connection and they know a lot more than you think they do. Fourth chakra. Hmm. There's very silent energy over here, so this could be someone that's like stalking you. The heart chakra supports our inner guidance system, which is governed by our heart and the capacity to love deeply. So they have deep, deep, deep love, is what I feel. Um, and I think that this person is, I don't think this person always understands why do why do they do the things they do, but they have emotional reactions to things, which they feel like their secretive thoughts would be that, I don't think that it's good that I behave in this way, and I feel like pile number four, if they figured it out, they really would not like it. And there's almost like they have certain traits to them. I feel like it's very related with like aggression or temperament. And I think that this person is like very conscious about the fact that this definitely comes from like their heart chakra, like it comes from past pain and grievances. And um I'm gonna open this card. Surrender low self esteem. You deserve success, love, abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self esteem. I did the most lousiest shuffling for this reading's piles. And that's the first thing that came to my mind is that out of I don't know how many cards does that deck have, 80 or something, I don't know. Could be 100. It's like this one card came out. What's even more interesting is that there's this energy of like out of every person that I've met, this is the one that I really connected with on a heart level. They, before I opened this up, they were like, this is going to bring in a different message. So I'm going to really talk about just this. Um, there's almost this energy with your person where they feel like out of every person that I've met, and maybe this person knew you when you were younger, or like you were already in their life, or they had known about you, or they had seen you here and there, and there were moments where you used to like bump into each other or used to see each other. But it's really like fascinating for them that how at this specific point, I don't know if this person like traveled, if this person used to travel before, um and when they're back home, or they're kind of like a little bit more settled in their energies and in their youthfulness, maybe they're feeling like, wow, like I went all around the world and I never really met anybody that interesting, but when I come back home, like there they are. And this could have been very recent. This could have been like they just can't quite get this energy out of, like they can't quite get this feeling out of themselves that I'm hearing the song Higher by Shawn Mendes. Like, I can get much higher. I think that's the lyrics. And there's almost like this energy of like feeling like, does it get any deeper than this? Like, the way I feel about this person. They see both of you like two peas in a pod, and it's possible that they don't really know you that well, and they feel such strong comfort towards you. And I feel like your reading is something that maybe you've heard in other tarot readings as well, like they feel comfort and all sorts of things like that. And I think that that's very strongly in their energy. Maybe they have not felt um so much comfort with another person. And I feel like in this journey with you, they have experienced a deeper core part of themselves, which is low self-esteem. They could have never really felt this deeply for someone, and deeper the love, deeper the fear. So they have realized this, that this is a very sluggish energy. They've realized this, that they deep down have very deep seated fears of rejection and unworthiness, which really hinder their ability to move forward in this relationship. You are a focal point with the heart chakra. This is like a compass, a guidance system that they said, supports our inner guidance system. You are someone that they're manifesting, someone that they feel they're meant to be with. They have this strong belief that they think that they're meant to be with you, and I feel like they keep these feelings very closely to their heart. For a few of you, I almost never do this, but I feel like you might be pile number 3. Your energy is represented in pile number 3 is what I feel. The moon. Yeah, this was in the reverse in pile number 3. Cancer. 5 of Wands. Seven of Swords was also there. High Priestess was also there. I'm gonna reshuffle it. Oh, it's falling out of my hands. The Tower and the Three of Cups. However, I feel like this one is um, not able to differentiate their feelings and their fears, their intuition and their fears also. This one doesn't trust their feelings that much, which is pretty interesting because this was also in pile number 3. It's a common thing. If you want call to another pile, that's fine. But I am seeing some interlinked energies. High Priestess, Piscean energy. Six of Swords. The Devil. Yeah, I just know this person is not doing well. Capricorn. King of Wands. King of Swords. Two of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Upright. Joy. I almost feel like this reading is like um I don't know, I feel like somewhere you've already heard these things about this person, so I'm gonna try to figure out something a little bit more deeper because I can pick up on a very cliche message, which would be, having undertones of like feeling not worthy, not making this decision because I still don't feel worthy of it. That's why it stops me. I'm scared that they're gonna reject me. So I want to try to dig a little bit deeper, try to see if I find something new or helpful. Oh no, I mixed up all the cards. So let's see what happens. I can't tell which one flipped. I'll take a random one. This was Empire number 3. Give it to the mind and it gives back the mind, inspiration, mood cycle. I feel like till the time they're not out of this purging phase, they won't be able to make a decision. That's what I'm going to tell you, because their lower chakras and their shame and their guilt and their unworthiness is their shadow is running the show, their inner child is running the show. um yeah, this card was just not getting inside the deck, and so I listened as my soul told me to let the past go so I may awaken to how much I have grown. The past releasing rebirth and spring. I do feel like this is one situation where if you're not able to let go of this person, and you're maybe try to figure out, should I let go, should I stay, because you have bittersweet feelings here. You're like, it feels good to hope that this works out, but it sometimes also feels really bad to stay with them, because I don't see a lot of movement, and I don't know if and when they will ever come through. Like, what if they never really charge through this? I do want to tell you that this person will come back. I can't say when. There is an energy of September. Um, Again, this is a general reading, but I feel like you should welcome in any positive energies that do come your way. I think that this person is not able to see you properly right now. I think that because they're going through so much, the devil energy with the Five of Wands is a very strong internal struggle. I would explain it as like, imagine a past version of you never thought that you deserved somebody like pile number four, and but you feel so much love for them that you just can't stop yourself. So there's one part of you that's constantly telling you, like, no, they're never gonna pick you. You're just gonna get your heart broken. And that voice is very intense within you. And then there is a part of you which feels like, throw caution to the wind and just go express your love. Like, just tell them how you really feel. And whatever happens may happen. We'll just see what happens. So I feel like the Seven of Swords is that energy that is deceiving them, that you know you have so much love. But then there's a part of them which is also healing, and they're like, I shouldn't think about this so much, I should just do it. So the King of Wands and the King of Swords are two energies within them which are running the show right now. Um, and I feel like the King of Wands, which is with the Seven of Swords and the fourth chakra, is the inner child running the show. And the low self esteem is something that I feel like the more that they're working on this, the more they're able to. I feel like this person is rewiring their subconscious brain. High Priestess in reverse is getting deep inside your subconscious psyche. This is Piscean energy. Piscean is 12th house. This is about your subconscious. And I feel like right now, again, there's always this question that I keep hearing, that when will they text me, and what if they never do? Because, like, I never really know if they, will. I'm gonna pull out a few more cards. See what would they like to say to you in this moment. Just have faith that this comes from them, okay? Like, take a few deep breaths, connect with the energy, think about your person. You might feel something. Oh wow. Ace of Swords, Death, Scorpio, Six of Wands, bottom of the deck, Four of Cups, and Nine of Swords. Well, I think that they would tell you from the bottom of their heart that, like, I recognize there's something pretty unhealthy within me. And I don't think that it's good for me to get into a relationship with anyone being this way. So they feel like the Ace of Swords, as much as they want to, they've had this clarity definitely that they have to release this, and they have to become a healthier version of themselves, because there's always this like being irritated with themselves, and um not very open in terms of their heart. This is a very closed off energy, because like I'm really having to struggle with it. It's not allowing me to like read it. So it's closed off, it's defensive, it's like a crab gone in its shell. So they could be very, very. I just I just suddenly felt like people have not respected them because they didn't believe in themselves. And I feel like that is understandable. That's how the world works. If you don't treat yourself nice, the world won't treat you nicely. But this is where maybe they're also having shame for the fact that they didn't know any better in their childhood and they were mistreated by other people. So, no matter how people come across, like even if somebody comes across really confident, they could still have severe low self esteem. And it's also possible that just because somebody is a loner, that doesn't mean that they're also completely okay with being by themselves. Like, there's always contradictory energies that you find in people. People have faces that they don't show. People go through things. People change, evolve. Sometimes people are not doing so good. Sometimes people don't feel their best, and this is all a part of human evolution. Sometimes you really do hit rock bottom before you can rise up from there. And I think that they would tell you that they know how it looks. They don't want to come forward because right now they're not in the best shape. And even though they might be someone that definitely pulls through, they just feel like they cannot be making like false promises to you till the time they're not in that space. That's how they feel. So their better judgment tells them that they cannot throw all caution to the wind. um they do listen to their fears, but the way in which they rationalize um with their fears is that they know that they love you and they cannot hurt you. And I feel like a small part of it, like a secretive feeling, would be that they still don't feel worthy of you. And I really do feel like the mind and their feelings about themselves is running the show. So if they're not reaching out, if they're not doing anything, the way they treat you, the way they talk to you, the way they behave, I think the best thing I could ever tell you is like, don't take that personally, even though it's not very helpful, but that's literally very, very applicable in your reading here because they're so triggered. You don't know what other person is going through. People don't show always, and people have many, many facets. People have many faces to them. I feel like this is someone that definitely aspires to be a better version of themselves, and it seems like they're very focused on who they need to be for themselves rather than just yours, as much as they have care and adoration. Stay open to the good and beautiful things, magic mushroom, miracles, fairy energy opening up. So they do really want to open up, and I just feel like good things take time. They are not healthy right now, and if you do anything else and if you feel like that's unfair, you have to learn to love yourself in places in which you think this person would fit better. Because first of all, that's an illusion. You can love yourself the best. Second of all, they're not a placeholder for what you didn't get in your childhood. That's unfair to them. Um, I think that they probably see you as like this fairy or like witchy or like really magical person. Somebody that they feel like their experience with you has completely changed them, and they don't know if they will find somebody as like magical as you. And you're like I don't know, you're kind of like an oasis for this person. There's just something very magical about you. The way that they see you, you're very different, and they don't know if they'll find somebody else like you. And I think that plays a very heavy number on their mind because they're like, what if I'm just not able to make it through, or I take too long? And then they've had to like narrow it down. They've really had to narrow it down and be like, there is no point if I just rush in right now out of fear. The candle went out. Yeah, I think that is probably really true that they're holding back because they don't feel completely ready as of now. That's what they would tell you. I think that they're trying to not be impulsive and crazy in love. And I think that because they want to make it work, they're trying to be smart. That's what they're doing. And I feel like this person working at their maximum mental capacity. Not just listening to the fear, but also trying to do what's best for both people involved with their better judgment involved. So we have the card stranger curiosity. So I feel like you may be someone that sometimes tends to like alter your personality because you feel like you need to change yourself in order to be loved. And I think spirit is probably helping you work through this egoic template that plays in your mind whenever you come into a relationship with someone. Like, you see that they probably like these things better than your originality, and you start altering that. And I think that spirit is working on those things with you. So it might be quite painful for you, but both of you are making like really, really big changes in your life. I also feel like where this person was trying to resist this connection, that has completely stopped. I think that I don't think, like, this is a very subtle but strong energy. This is not the type of energy that would be standing at a cliff and yelling out your name, or standing outside of your house and yelling your name, or making a very public gesture. No, this is the type of person that at night when you're crying, and even if it's raining and they don't have a car or they don't have the resources to get to you, and if you tell them that you need them, they would be there, because that's just the type of person that they are. They're not very showy and flashy about their love. They could be a Scorpio. They're just not that showy and flashy about their love. They're very deep with their love, and in some shape or form they just know how to make the other person feel loved just by their presence, you know. It's like love is a universal language. So this person has a way, some type of way, you know, to make you feel love. Trust that. And I do feel like this might be a soulmate of yours. That's what I'm picking up. So pile number 4, I'm going to be concluding this by pulling out a few channel messages from your person from my self-curated oracle deck. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. I also have a second channel called the Ethereal Oracle. Link is given down below in the description box. I have started posting all my spiritual pick cards over there. So let's see what would they say to you. I've had people around me who made me feel like I'm so hard to love. Thank you, Spirit. This confirms what I said. Like, they didn't know their worth and people treated them even worse. This like a double-edged sword. I know who you are to me. I want to commit to you so we never part ways again. Emphasis on so we never part ways again. What I do to be around you. I miss you so much. This was in pile number 3. I've never been so happy and emotionally fulfilled with someone. I was conditioned to have unhealthy notions of what relationships must be. I can't stand not talking to you, but I feel safer in silence for now. I'm going to take the other deck. First, I have to heal and forgive my parents. With you, I would do it all over and over again. I'm planning to come see you. I want to make efforts. I can't bear the pain of being apart from you. For a few of you, I'm hearing this person's love language might be acts of service and quality time, which fits perfectly in that description. Acts of services and quality time is gender non-specific. Even a woman can do things to make you feel loved, right? So pile number 4, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button. Subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye.